You Talk Heavy TV.
Okay, Talk Heavy TV, man. Spike Lee B, DJ Cousin B. You already know. Here it is, the first episode of The Corner. I got a very special guest with me, young brother, go by the name of Fitch, means from straight out of Philly. What's going on, man? How you?
I'm doing great. How are you?
Oh man, I'm doing good, man. He got me at a nice location. We gonna take you on. We gonna do like a little MTV Cribs a little later on, but for right now, we gonna get in touch. We gonna get familiar, with this brother do, man. So where you from, man? I know you from Philly. What part of Philly?
I'm from Uptown.
Uptown.
Out near you. You already know.
Oh, word. Okay. So how did you get into singing, man?
I got into singing, I want to say around 12 years old. I was kind of messing around at my house. My mom, tried to put me on the church choir. I didn't really stay on there too long. I ended up joining my choir at my high school from 6th grade to 12th grade.
Okay.
And, I had my teacher. He was helping me maintain my voice and maintain my vocal health and, build my repertoire of music.
Okay.
And then I went on to go to Lock Haven University, and I joined the choir at Lock Haven.
Okay.
And it was at that point that I really noticed that I love doing music. I love putting it together. I love constructing it. I love putting together harmonies, and I love listening to music and just being surrounded and immersing myself in it. So I was like, I'm gonna make this a career, make this a profession, and that's when I came up with Fitch means, which is a piece of my middle name and my last name.
Oh, okay. I was always curious, how did you come up with that? Okay, so
yeah.
Kind of stayed original. I like that.
Right.
So you said that your mom kind of pushed you into doing it in church, and then you end up joining your high school church choir. So I'm assuming you went to private school.
No, I did not.
Oh, okay.
I went to a charter school.
Okay.
But we did a lot of gospel songs because my choir director, he is a pastor of a church.
Oh, okay.
So he had us, because church songs, those are like the super rigorous songs.
Right.
High notes and the low notes. And, that was what helped me build my voice and ultimately make it stronger.
Okay. What was your first experience in the studio?
My first experience in the studio was my freshman year of college. I went in there, I met an awesome director who was, and I say director because ultimately that's what he did. He directed me, and he helped me better my voice, and he taught me, a lot of the music terms and stuff. And his name is Dejor Hest.
Okay.
Of Forge Recording Studio. And
what university?
I didn't meet him at university. He was around here, so I came home to get in the studio.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, so he was awesome. He showed me the studio. He welcomed me. He let me know, like, if there's something that you don't like, if there's something that you feel like can be better, go ahead and speak up. This is an open dialogue. So my first time in the studio, my first experience, it was amazing. I loved it.
Okay. Well, because it's a lot of male singers, but they're not really, they don't take it seriously, as you said at first. So what kind of made you just say, you know what, I'ma just go all in, just F it, I jumped in, well, my range is pretty high. Oh, so, I know. I know from the showcase, yeah.
There's no, reason. If you have a skill, there's no reason why you wouldn't use it.
Right.
Even if it's not your dream, like, you're obviously giving it to do something with it. Even if you want to just do it as a hobby and do it for fun and just make a few tracks and just put them out. And if you don't want to release them, just have fun. And I jumped in. I put all my eggs into that basket because I love it. It's something I really love. I'm very passionate about my music with my backing keys and everything. So everything is mapped out and my arranging is mapped out. So.
Right. Now, is singing all a part of keys? Like, when I hear you say keys, are you meaning like keys based off of a piano sense, or just how does that go for people who want to kind of get into singing and really don't know how to start off, kind of like not letting your secret out, but kind of what would be kind of some tips that you would give to a new singer?
A brand new singer, the tips that I would give them that I wish I had known: your diet plays a role in your voice. and you have to take care of your voice. You have to practice proper technique. You can't just scream out notes. If
Right.
you need to learn how to hit them in a healthy way, and your voice is ultimately something you do have to take care of. It's like a second person.
Right.
You have to make sure you're eating right, you're drinking the right fluids before a performance, you're working out your muscles, you're practicing exercises, and your enunciation and your diction as well. And that's something I do struggle with, but like I said, I can only get better, and I'm gonna keep improving every
Right.
time y'all hear from me. So,
Right.
No.
I heard that.
Yeah,
Cause
tell
listen,
us.
your first impression was me, brother, was on 10. Me and my business partner looked at each other and said, "Oh, he came down here and just showed off." What are the different type of shall I say? What are artists that inspire you? To kind of have your style of singing. Like, I could tell you were in church, but I could also tell you're original with it.
Mm-hmm.
So, what do you have, like certain artists that you listening to when you're not, singing, or when you're practicing, for certain notes? How does that go?
So my mom, I kind of grew up with kind of a diverse mixture of music being played. It was country, it was soul, it was pop.
Okay.
When I woke up and my mom was playing that music, I knew it was time to clean the house.
Right.
So,
that cleanup music.
Right, the cleanup music. So I would, my mom would play. What I grew up ultimately hearing was a lot of old school R&B groups like Boys to Men. The artists that I kind of listen to of my generation, I would say, are Bruno Mars. I do like Chris Brown's voice.
Right.
I love Ariana Grande's voice. She has amazing range. I love Mariah Carey. I do listen to more female vocalists.
Right.
That's kind of what helped me shape my range, because a lot of these female vocalists out here, they're going high.
Right.
And it's like naturally, like a lot of women, they have higher voices. So I listen to male. I gotta say, like, shout out to artists like Bruno Mars, because they're definitely representing our generation with good music and great entertainment and a great experience. So those artists, I would definitely say, helped me, gave influence to my sound.
Okay. Okay. Now fast forward a little bit. I know that you said when we talked over the phone that you have a single that's about to come out.
I do. I will have a single that will be releasing soon. I'm not gonna give too many details on that.
Okay.
You gotta keep checking for Fitch me.
Right. Follow on the social media.
Absolutely. Right. But my album is definitely dropping next summer.
Okay.
It's gonna have 10 tracks, and I got a track for everybody. Every genre of music you think of is on there. I'm gonna be hitting it. You know what I mean? It's gonna be bops.
Now let me ask you this: is it hard when you do an album with trying to be so diverse to try to hit every lane?
It is very hard. It's easy for me because, again, I grew up with it, but for artists who kind of just box themselves in, you got to know you're taking away your ability to be marketable. And people, you can be diverse and you can touch on all different platforms, and you can expand your audience. Like Beyonce, you don't hear her just doing R&B.
Right.
She's doing a lot of different.
I mean, now she's rapping.
Now she's rapping, you know what I'm saying? So you have to be able to be diverse to survive in the music industry, because people are not checking for one genre.
Exactly.
People these days, they're checking for, okay, I just heard a pop song, but guess what? Now I'm in my feelings. Take me to R&B.
Right.
Now I'm feeling hype. I want some hip hop.
Right.
So it's not hard if you're keeping your mind open and you're listening, but if you're somebody who is more in one genre, I would just say try to get out your comfort zone. Try to expand. Try to ultimately do something different.
Right.
That's what this generation is about. That's what moving forward is about. But the rappers that we got out here, they're not the traditional old school rappers that I know our parents and people before us grew up with. They're doing way different stuff, which isn't a bad thing. A different can mean good and it can mean bad.
Right.
But if you're good, you got it.
Right.
You want it. Just be different. You know what I mean? Be yourself.
Right. Do you feel like it's harder for singers to get in the industry, to break through in the industry, to get the label attention? I feel like though it's harder for singers than it is for rappers. Yes, because it's like for singers, you put out a single and it's like you pushing it for a while, and it's like rappers, they're dropping like singles like every every day at this point.
Right.
So how do you kind of like make sure you stick out there, you know, as who you are?
Right. Rap of this generation is a little easy because you even have rappers blatantly talking about how they don't put any work or any thought into their stuff and they put it out and it's a bop.
Right.
Because people kind of are looking for a nice beat these days more than your word flow. And you got artists like Kendrick and J. Cole. Yeah, they high.
Right.
It is hard for a singer, but the one thing is easier to weed them out because you either can sing or you can't.
Right. Right.
You either can sing or you can't.
It's
You
no
can
in
rap,
between.
Right, people will go, oh, that's a different rap, but you know, his words, I like what he's saying, I like what he's talking about. It's different. He's doing like a high voice or a low. He's like screaming. But rap singing, you know.
Right. How do you feel about
Right.
auto-tune?
Honestly, even good singers, they use auto-tune.
Right.
Even good singers, even seasoned singers use auto-tune. It's just to polish it a little bit.
Right.
But there are singers that need it more than others, and there are singers that don't need it as much as others. And like Beyonce, I can tell you, she probably uses a little auto-tune. I'm not shading the beehive.
Right.
I love Beyonce. They come for you.
Right. Just keep it in the beat.
Right, just keep it in the beat. Like singers, they do have a little slight auto-tune that gets polished over it. If you find yourself needing too much auto-tune, you might want to just check your tone.
Right.
Go back to the lab, as you say, back to the lab. And
Right.
check it out, reevaluate. Self-evaluation is never wrong. Even me, I'm always like, I don't know if this is good. I know my friends are like, oh no, I like this. This is really hot. It's different. I'm like, different because you're my friend,
Right.
or different because it's hot. And, no, I really like this. So you know what I mean? It's definitely harder for singers because these days we have singers that are trying to be so different and eclectic with their music, and that's good, and it's also bad.
Right.
So.
Okay. Alright, well, Talk Heavy TV, man, here. Sit down with Fitch Means, man, from straight out of Philly, Mount Airy, Uptown area.
No.
Listen, I got a couple more questions, and then we gonna get some shots of this beautiful backyard. He make me want to go dump in the pool, man. For real. Where do you see yourself? I hate asking this question because it just seems so cheesy to me. Where you see yourself in 5 years. But where do you see your? Alright, so I really don't like, asking this question because I feel like it's cheesy. Where you see yourself in 5 years. But where do you see Fitch Means in the music industry, period? Whether if it's, you doing majority of R&B or, you want to stay more versatile. Do you feel as though like it's going to be a shift and change in plans?
Right.
Or you pretty much, sticking to your plan like, listen, I'm giving diversity every time?
Fitch Means is going to be everywhere.
Right.
Fitch Means is going to be soon a production company. Fitch Means is going to be a podcast. Fitch Means might even be a television show. Fitch Means is going to be a clothing brand. Fitch Means will be everywhere. I'm definitely somebody, I'm going to be reaching out. I'm going to have my hand in everything. Every pie, I'm going to have my hand in there. And I will definitely stay, I feel like I'm going to definitely stay versatile as an artist. I think labels are the people that kind of try to make you stick to one thing.
Right.
But, I think if you're good at being able to reach out, that makes you, artists are going to want to work with you
Right.
if you're able to dip into all these different genres. Because you can work with somebody like Lady Gaga.
Right.
And then you can go to somebody like Chris Brown. And then you can go, you can jump from different stuff. You can even do a rock song.
Right,
if
right.
you're good at it. So Fitch Means, I expect it. In a couple years, I expect it to be everywhere. Things happen and the music industry is at its own pace.
Right.
It does. So I would never tell artists, if you feel like it's not there, that doesn't mean give up on your dream. It just means push harder and,
Right.
Work harder. So I'm hoping that I'm hoping that I have a bigger audience. I'm going to start small and then take small steps and then take bigger steps. I'm hoping to first increase my audience, my, social media following, and, at least get my name out there on the radio and people can hear my stuff and start getting my stuff circulating.
Okay. Do you... The brain just froze. Wow. Brain really just froze. Oh, this is what I was going to ask. Do you feel as though you're going to stay independent if a label do come to you? or it all depends on what they offering?
It depends on what they're offering because people don't read their contracts.
Right.
I'm no fool.
Right.
I read mine.
I heard that. Black man reads.
Exactly. So it depends on what they're offering. Ultimately, I think for now I might stay an independent artist, but if a label approached me and they were offering me something substantial and something that in the long run, when my music is, or when I'm no longer, you know, pursuing music, whether it's age or whatever the case is, that I'm still good. And
Right.
that's what you have to do as an artist. You have to protect yourself.
Right.
You have to make sure that, you know, you own something.
Right.
You got your money invested in something.
Right.
Because people are, your singing is only, you know what I mean? It's
Right.
for unforeseen circumstance, but it's only for so long. At some point, you are going to be, you know, looking at retiring.
Right.
And at that point, are you good when you retire?
Exactly.
So I would definitely sign if a label, you know, was offering me something substantial and ultimately better in the long run.
Right.
So,
All right, man. Well, tell the YouTubers, Instagrammers, Facebookers where they can find you at, man.
So my music is on all digital platforms. I would definitely say check me out. I'm trying to tell you, get on the Fitch Means wave or
The
drown.
ball can sing. The ball can
I'm trying to
sing.
tell you, get on the Fitch Means wave or drown. So my social media, I'm on Instagram at Fitch Means, Facebook Fitch Means. I'm on everything as Fitch Means, and Twitter I'm Fitch_means. So Fitch Means everywhere. Just check it out.
Yeah.
It's nowhere.
And listen, man, Talk Heavy TV, man, the corner to sit down, Philly, uptown on Fitch Means, man.
Right.
Thank you for inviting me over, man.
Of course, I enjoyed
this
it.
backyard is beautiful. We about to go get some shots.
Look, get 'em in.
We out.